Want to learn how to tunnel in Fortnite? What is going on, guys? It is your boy back with another video, and today I'm going to be giving you tips and techniques on how to tunnel in Fortnite. And I'm going to be talking on strategies to tunnel faster and save on mats. So if that sounds interesting, let us hop into the video. So the first technique is the diagonal ramp tunneling. Now this is a very weird type of tunneling which requires less mats. Basically, what you want to do is you want to place a ramp and then a floor above you, and place another floor beside, and then place another ramp to cover your left or your right side while forming a zigzag or diagonal motion. Now this technique is specifically used when you're low on mats and you want to take zone, as this is no use for box fighting because you can clearly see that it has a free space and you can get pumped. But it's advisable to use this on low ground, as the floor above you will give you perfect cover. Second in line is the reverse diagonal ramp tunneling. Now this one is pretty much like the first one, but this time the ramp is your top cover rather than the floor. It starts by placing a floor, then directing your crosshair all the way below and placing a ramp which places behind you. Then place another floor in front, turn sideways 90 degrees while facing down and placing another, and go infinitely. So the main strategy is also to use less mats and also good for rotating in zone when you got mats or some sort of high ground. Now if there's an enemy in front of you, it's advisable not to use this technique, as you will get pumped in the face, because as you can see there is no cover at the front of you. So you're basically facing on enemies beside you, at the back of you, and on top, not in front of you. Next is the ramp tunneling. Now this is my most effective type of tunneling to both save mats and take great cover while rotating. So you place a floor, a wall, and then a ramp while facing the bottom right of the wall. The reason for this is to avoid placing the ramp in front of you, which wastes mats, and obviously we don't want that, right? So pros like Tifu use this in arenas when they're low on mats. To be honest, I will say this is the best tunneling technique you can actually learn right now, because this is what most pros are using. FNCS, Cash Cups, Arenas, Spring. Trust me. So if you guys made it far in this video, comment T down below. The fourth technique on this list is the full diagonal tunneling. Now this is the most difficult type of tunneling there is, and it starts by placing two floors and two walls on the second floor, and then a third floor on top for cover, then editing one wall and making a 3 or 4 tile edit, and place two floors above you and below you, and finally place two walls and then another edit on one of them. So when you practice this, it should look like a moving zigzag or diagonal shape motion. I think the only pros that I've seen actually use this are Mongrel and Jerry. The fifth and the final technique is the most common one, which is the full tunneling. Despite the fact that this type uses a lot of mats, it covers every single angle and you can avoid third parties. On top of that, it is the best when playing in duos, trios, and squads, so your teammates can move with you and take cover, unlike the previous ones. Now there are different variations of the full tunneling, but this is the most basic one to use and it's very easy. There are ones where you have to go sideways, it's more of a zigzag, but it's a full one, unlike the previous one I showed you guys. But this is the most common one, mostly used when you're pretty much going straight. Well, hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe with post notifications on so you don't miss out on the most recent and effective techniques to become a better Fortnite player. That's it for me. See you next time.